Save the Children CEO Carolyn S spoke to students at the Mount Academy about service and making a difference.
I think for me, the most important thing about what Save the Children is doing today is that we're working both at the community level and we're also trying to scale up the work that we do. So we're really focused on what does it take for a child to not only get into school, for example, but also succeed when they get there. And we're developing programs around the world that actually help make sure that even if a child only gets to the 5th grade, which for a lot of the families that we work with, that's as far as kids will get, they'll get to the 5th grade, even if even if they only get to the 5th grade, that they actually know how to read, they know how to write, and they can do basic math. Because that's, again, what will really change, one of the things that will really change kids' lives. And I think our philosophy about the work we do is very much rooted in the community. And you all have a great sense here of community. And we believe that the only way we're actually going to change things for children in the long term is if people feel like they can make a difference. I want to talk a little bit about volunteerism and the impact of what organizations like Bruderhof have been able to do. You know, it really is a partnership, and there's no way that Save the Children will ever solve the world's problems that we're trying to solve. So making sure that kids have enough food, making sure that every child has an education, making sure that children in particularly conflict zones are protected from harm. Those are really big problems, and we have to have many partners in order to do those things. One of the things that's really different about our relationship with you is that we have had the benefit of having your own volunteers from your community come and work with us during emergencies. And I mentioned that I had met a couple of the volunteers in Atlantic City, and they were doing wonderful work with the children that we were serving there. But even just most recently, there were 6 volunteers that actually came to Colorado. There were some very bad floods there about a month and a half ago. And we had 6 volunteers from your community who came and worked with us. We would not have been able to do the work that we did for families and children in Colorado without you. We didn't have people that we could send. We had a couple people that could go, but really the community, the Bruderhof community really stepped in and helped us immensely in reaching those children and those families. These were families, again, from very poor areas in Colorado who basically, when those floods came, they had lost everything. And so they had left with the clothes on their backs, and they were in shelters, and they were families that really needed help. My main message, I think, to all of you is that each of you can make a tremendous difference. Whether you do that in your community, whether you do that by raising your voice for children around the world, whether you do that by visiting and understanding and seeing what's happening to kids around the world, or right here in the United States and being a witness to that, you really can make a huge difference.